Students, I hope you have gone through my first lecture of Pharmacy Act 1948. I am here again with the lecture 2 of the same topic, that is Pharmacy Act 1948. Let's have a brief review of the last lecture that we have gone through. In that lecture, I have covered up the history, the objectives of the Act and some of the definitions that are important for you, as well as I have gone through the education regulation that was the part of your first lecture. So, here I am with the second lecture, and the highlight of the second lecture is the Pharmacy Council of India and its constitution and function. In the first slide, I have told you, according to the syllabus, we will be covering the Central Council, the State Council and the Joint State Council as well. So, in this lecture, I will be taking your Central Council, that is the Pharmacy Council of India. Its constitution, that means how it is formed, what is the requirement to be a member of it, what is the minimum education that has to be for those people who are a part of Pharmacy Council, and the major portion will be the function of PCI. Everybody is known and thorough with this word, that is PCI. What is PCI? That is the Pharmacy Council of India. So, Pharmacy Council of India कैसे बना, उसका क्या फंक्शन है, वो किस तरीके से चीज़ों को कंट्रोल करता है सेंट्रल लेवल पे, वो आज हम इस लेक्चर में पढ़ेंगे. फार्मेसी काउंसिल जो बना, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की बात करें तो जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन मतलब बिल्डिंग ऑफ दैट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. The first Pharmacy Council of India जो बना, that was constituted by central government in 1949. 1948 में चीज़ों का स्टार्टअप हो चुका था, बिल्डअप हो चुकी थी, लेकिन धीमे धीमे चीज़ें बनी तो 1949 में हमारा पहला Pharmacy Council of India बना था. Pharmacy Council of India कोई भी government that we all know that is built up for 5 years. Any kind of government that is build up, its tenure is for 5 years. Same is the tenure required for this council also. That अगर कोई council हमारा ये pharmacy council बना है तो वो भी हमारा 5 years के लिए बना होता है. At central level, it is composed of constitution of office bearers and executive committee. Central level मतलब जो central council of pharmacy है वो दो पार्ट में हम पढ़ेंगे. पहला है constitution of office bearers and second is executive committee. ऑफिस बेरियर्स का क्या रोल होगा वो भी पढ़ेंगे, एग्जीक्यूटिव कमेटी का क्या रोल होगा वो भी पढ़ेंगे. तो अभी जो हमें याद करना है या दिमाग में रखनी है चीज़ें कि Constitution of Pharmacy Council of India, that is at central level, it was first built in 1949 and it is reconstituted in every 5 years. और जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन होता है वो दो तरीके, दो लेवल पे बना होता है. अकॉर्डिंग टू द वर्किंग प्रोफाइल वो दो लेवल पे बना है. पहला है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ ऑफिस बेरियर्स एंड द नेक्स्ट वन इज एग्जीक्यूटिव कमिटी. नाउ लेट अस गो थ्रू इट वन बाय वन इन डिटेल. If we talk about the office barriers, that is constitution of office barriers, it consists of 3 different types of members: elected members, nominated members and ex officio members. So, let's see the difference between these 3 terms. Elected members, everybody knows. Election, everybody is familiar with this word. Elections, some people are there, they give their name to be elected and the public present there elect the members which are highly qualified and are eligible for the post. Nominated members, these are nominated by few people of the council, and ex officio members, these are the members already appointed by the government. So, combining by these 3 factors, we constitute the office of barriers. Now, let us see it in detail one by one. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ ऑफिस बेरियर्स में इलेक्टेड मेंबर्स किस तरीके से होते हैं. इलेक्टेड members, if we see, then there are 6 members, that is teachers elected by UGC. What is the full form of UGC? University Grant Commission. University Grant Commission elects 6 teachers. There are at least one teacher of each pharmacy profession. For example, if we say in pharmacy we are going and dealing with 6 branches, that is pharmaceutical chemistry, cognosy, ecology, pharmaceutics, etc. Then there will be each teacher of each subject. There will be one teacher of each subject. तो वो teachers कौन elect करेगा? That will be elected by UGC. जो UGC है, it plays the major role to elect the 6 members, those who are the teachers or the specialized person of that department. स्पेशलाइज पर्सन किसके होंगे? वो हो सकता है वो फार्मेसी के हों, फार्मास्यूटिकल केमिस्ट्री के हों, फार्माकोग्नोसी के हों एंड फार्माकोलॉजी के हों. दीज आर द 4 मेन स्पेशलाइजेशन इन फार्मेसी प्रोफेशन. तो हर प्रोफेशन में से एक कोई भी होशियार बंदा, दैट कैन बी से कि एक टीचर इज नॉमिनेटेड बाय UGC एज 6 members. नाउ कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, one member is elected by Medical Council of India. We have seen what is the Medical Council of India. Medical Council of India, जिससे हमने पढ़ा था मेडिकल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव और मेडिकल प्रैक्टिशनर. जो मेडिकल प्रैक्टिशनर था वो मेडिकल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव के पास जाता था, मतलब काउंसिल में जाके अपने आप को रजिस्टर करा के डॉक्टर कहलाता था. तो वही काउंसिल है जो कि यहाँ पर एक मेडिकल काउंसिल मेंबर्स की तरफ से एक डॉक्टर होता है, दैट इज डॉक्टर. Now the third point, elected by the state shall be a registered pharmacist, और एक होना चाहिए हमारा registered pharmacist. तो overall there are 8 members as elected members. कैसे हुए 8? That is 6 plus 1 plus 1. 6 teachers, 1 doctor and 1 pharmacist. So this makes the elected members of सेंट्रल काउंसिल ऑफ फार्मेसी. अभी मैंने आपको एक थोड़ी देर पहले बताया कि वी हैव इलेक्टेड मेंबर्स, नॉमिनेटेड मेंबर्स एंड एक्स ऑफिशियो मेंबर्स. तो वी हैव कवर्ड इलेक्टेड मेंबर्स, दोज वर 8 इन नंबर्स. नाउ लेट्स सी टू द नॉमिनेटेड मेंबर्स. अब ये नॉमिनेटेड मेंबर्स कैसे बनते हैं? नॉमिनेटेड मेंबर्स जो कि नॉमिनेट किए जाते हैं, अपने आप पब्लिक उनको नॉमिनेट करती है, इलेक्ट नहीं कर रही है, नॉमिनेट कर रही है. नॉमिनेटेड में अगेन वी स्टार्ट विद 6 मेंबर्स नॉमिनेटेड बाय द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट. वहाँ UGC था, यहाँ पर सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ऑफ whom at least 4 shall be person possessing a degree or a diploma in the practicing pharmacy or pharmaceutical chemistry. जो कि फर्स्ट पॉइंट था हमारा इलेक्शन का, इलेक्टेड मेंबर्स का, कि 6 टीचर्स होने चाहिए जो कि UGC देता है. सिमिलरली यहाँ पर 6 टीचर्स फिर से होते हैं, लेकिन वो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट अपॉइंट करता है, नॉमिनेट करता है. वो जो 6 मेंबर्स हैं अगेन वो फिर वही डिप्लोमा या डिग्री करे हुए, जो कि फार्मास्यूटिकल केमिस्ट्री, फार्मेसी, फार्माकोग्नोसी, फार्मा, जो कि हमारी स्पेशलाइज्ड ब्रांचेस होती हैं फार्मेसी में, उनमें से कोई एक मेंबर होता है. Now let's see to the next point, a representative by the UGC and a representative of AICTE. These are the 2 technical organization which controls the profession of your pharmacy. So 1 member of UGC, 1 member of AICTE. So again we have 6 members plus 1 and 1, that is 8. Now last point, 1 members nominated by each state government who shall be a registered pharmacist. ये nominated member है, elected नहीं है, और ये किससे nominated है? स्टेट गवर्नमेंट का, फिर से वही एक registered pharmacist. तो अगर हम बात करें कि हमारे पास nominated members कितने हो सकते हैं, then there will be 6 plus 2 plus 1 which is equal to 9. तो again अगर हम बात करें तो हमारा इलेक्टेड मेंबर्स 8 थे, नॉमिनेटेड मेंबर्स 9 थे. तो टोटल अब हमारे 9 and 8 17 मेंबर्स हो गए हैं. नाउ थर्ड पॉइंट जो हमारा अब रह गया था, लेट्स सी इट बैक. इलेक्टेड मेंबर्स 8 थे, नॉमिनेटेड मेंबर्स हमारे यहाँ 9 हो चुके हैं. नाउ वी विल गो थ्रू व्हाट एक्स ऑफिशियो मेंबर्स की एक्स ऑफिशियो मेंबर्स हमारे किस तरीके से बनते हैं. एक्स ऑफिशियो मेंबर्स में एक होता है डायरेक्टर जनरल ऑफ हेल्थ साइंसेस, वन डायरेक्टर ऑफ सेंट्रल ड्रग लेबोरेटरी एंड द थर्ड इज द ड्रग कंट्रोलर ऑफ इंडिया. ये these three are of central level positions, though 3 are ex officio members who are appointed by the central government by themselves. One is Director General of Health Services, Director of Central Drug Laboratory and Drug Controller of India. So we have 3 persons by the central governments directly. So we have seen that we have 8, 9 and 3, that is ex officio members are 3. तो अगर total करें we have 20 people over here which constitute the office of barriers in central government. तो 8 and 9 is 17 and 3 20. 20 people makes the Pharmacy Council of India at central level. Now let's see the constitution of PCI and its executive committee. Executive committee क्योंकि हमने 2 पार्ट में पढ़ा था, एक एग्जीक्यूटिव कमेटी पढ़ी थी और एक ऑफिस बैरियर्स पढ़े थे. तो ऑफिस बैरियर्स फिर से 3 पार्ट में डिवाइड हुआ. लेट्स रिकॉल इट अगेन, लेट्स सी इट. Constitution of office barriers and executive committee of constitution of office barriers was divided in elected, nominated and ex officio members, that is 8, 9 and 3, which is total 20. And now we are going through the executive committee. Executive committee के अगर बात करें तो executive committee में हमारे पास आते हैं president, vice president, president and vice president of central, president and vice president. President and Vice President of Central Council shall be elected by the members of the council from themselves. जो कि अभी काउंसिल बना, हमने अभी थोड़ी देर पहले पढ़ा कि जो कि हमारा ऑफिस बैरियर्स का जो काउंसिल 20 पीपल्स का बना था, उसमें से ही फ्रॉम विद इन वी इलेक्ट अ प्रेसिडेंट एंड अ वाइस प्रेसिडेंट टू कंट्रोल. क्योंकि if we are electing a group of 20 people, if we are formulating any organization, then there is also a team leader. So that team leader is appointed from within that team. For example, agar if we have a class of 60 students or you can say 50 students, then there is one class representative that deals directly with some of the issues. So the similar way we have constitution a team of 20 people and from within we are electing a president and a vice president who will be the head of that team. The 5 members elected by the central government council from its members. A registrar act as a secretary and other officers and servants to form the committee. So with these people we are formulating an executive committee. So ये सारे members उन्हीं में से बने हैं जो कि हमारा council बना था 20 people का, तो उनका कोई total number नहीं है. तो we have seen the constitution of Pharmacy Council of India. I will repeat it once again so that you will get it easily and you will remember it thoroughly. If we see, we have seen the constitution, and the constitution was in 2 heads, that is office barriers and executive committee. And if we talk about office barriers, there were 8 elected members, 9 nominated members and 3 ex officio members, making in all of 20 people. And from within these 20 people, there is an executive committee which has the president, the vice president, a registrar and the officers and other servants. The registrar acts as the secretary of the team of Central Council. That was the constitution of PCI, and now let us see the main points which it covers. The elected and nominated members of the council hold office for a period of 5 years. This, as I have already told you in the second point of this slide, that the tenure for any kind of government is 5 years. So similarly, the Pharmacy Council of India is also built for 5 years. but they can resign their membership at any time. It's the choice of the person there. He can resign or she can resign at any time depending on his condition. There is no boundation or no time bound duration. Writing to the President of the Council. If you will write an application to the President to the Council, and you can easily withdraw your membership. All members are eligible for re-election and re-nomination. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप एक बार tenure में आ चुके हैं, then after 5 years you cannot go for the same. That is, all members are eligible for re-election and re-nomination. All members nominated or elected without sufficient reason are deemed to have vacated their seats. अगर वो काम नहीं करते हैं, do not attend 3 consecutive meetings, if they do not appear for the meeting 3 times regularly, then they have to vacate their seat. They have to leave that position by themselves. It's their position, their responsibility to hold their office and the responsibilities regularly. And if you do it disregular for 3 times, then you have to vacate your seats. So these are the 3 points that you have to go through. What are the conditions for those members? They can be re-elected, re-nominated and have to vacate their seats, and the council is for 5 years. Now let's see it, the functions of PCI. I have told you that this is the major point that you have to be thorough, because Pharmacy Council of India is the main organization which controls the profession and regulates the profession of pharmacy in India nowadays. So we will talk one by one about the 4 major functions of Pharmacy Council of India. The design of educational pattern. We have discussed some points in the first lecture also, and now we will discuss it here also. Approval of institution, withdrawal of approvals, that is to check the institution whether they are working regularly or not. Maintenance of central register of pharmacist, that is to maintain the registration of pharmacy or to register the people as a registered pharmacist. So they have to maintain the register. So it is the major function of Pharmacy Council of India to maintain the central register of pharmacy. And the last point, that is recognition of foreign qualification. Foreign qualification को register करना, उसको control करना, ये सारे function भी इसका एक part है. So we will discuss these points one by one in detail. तो Pharmacy Council of India का first function है design of educational pattern. To frame an educational structure known as the educational regulation, which states, education regulation हमने last lecture में पढ़ा था, that was represented by ER, that is capital ER. तो इस एजुकेशन रेगुलेशन में कौन कौन सी चीज़ों को कैसे कैसे कंट्रोल किया जाता है, वी हैव ऑलरेडी गॉन थ्रू इट. लेट्स रिवाइज इट इन ब्रीफ. सो फर्स्ट पॉइंट इज मिनिमम क्वालिफिकेशन फॉर द एडमिशन टू द कोर्स. हियर यू हैव टू बी bit alert, that is admission to the course, that is what is the minimum eligibility to get yourself registered for diploma course or a degree course or a master course. So that was the minimum standard that a student has to acquire to get admission in diploma course or a degree course. Duration of the training and the course of study to be covered. If you are going for diploma, then what will be the structure of the study? If you will be going for degree of pharmacy, then what will be the structure of study? Structure of study means the subjects that you will be dealing, the classes which you will be attending, the practical training that you would be going through. So these are the minimum prescribed trainings by the Pharmacy Council of India. Last point, the equipment and the facilities to be provided by the institution. That is, if any institution is opening a pharmacy course or running a pharmacy course, then what are the minimum facility that should be provided by the institution? That is, at institution level कितनी quality, कितनी quantity, कितनी quality हमें maintain रखनी है, वो भी check इस central government का होता है. Central government, by this word I mean Pharmacy Council of India. Pharmacy Council of India का एक और काम होता है to check the facilities. Giving practical training. that if you are a diploma student, then what kind of practical training you would be receiving in your whole tenure of your 2 years, or if you are a degree student, then what type of training that you will be covering. And last, holding approved examinations, that the student has been studied and is eligible to qualify this exam, then they are holding approved examination or not. So these are the educational patterns which is controlled by Central Council of Pharmacy. So let us go through it again. To minimum qualification, training duration and classes duration, minimum facilities and equipments, practical training, and holding approved examinations. So this is the approval of institution and withdrawal of approval. This is the second function of Pharmacy Council of India. Approval of institution and withdrawals of approval. मिनिमम क्वालिफिकेशन के लिए अगर हम डिप्लोमा कोर्स खोल रहे हैं तो उस इंस्टीट्यूशन में कौन कौन सी फैसिलिटीज़ होनी चाहिए एंड विच फैसिलिटीज़ शुड बी प्रोवाइडेड टू द स्टूडेंट्स एज वेल एज टू द इंस्टीट्यूशन. इस पूरे चीज़ों का चेक हमारा फार्मेसी काउंसिल ऑफ इंडिया को रखना होता है, जहाँ पर इट कैन गिव द स्टैम्प ऑफ इंस्टीट्यूशन अप्रूवल एज वेल एज they can withdraw the approval. And if your course is not approved by Pharmacy Council of India, you cannot be a registered pharmacist. So students, if you are going to take admission in a pharmacy college, then the first and foremost thing that you have to check is whether the institute is approved by Pharmacy Council, or the name of that institution is listed in the name of the Pharmacy Council list. So let's go through the first point. An institution apply to the Pharmacy Council for India for the approval of the courses, and when they will get the approval, then only they can start their course. The inspectors check and compare the facilities in accordance with the ER. What is ER? That is Education Regulation. एजुकेशन रेगुलेशन जो भी हमने पढ़ा था उसके अकॉर्डिंगली वो चीज़ें हैं कि नहीं है, वो कौन कंपेयर करेगा? इंस्पेक्टर्स, दैट इज अपॉइंटेड बाय द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट फार्मेसी काउंसिल. इंस्पेक्टर्स में अटेंड द एग्जामिनेशन टू चेक इट्स स्टैंडर्ड्स, कि जो एग्जामिनेशन हम चाहे इंटरनल लेवल पे कर रहे हैं चाहे एक्सटर्नल लेवल पे कर रहे हैं, वेदर दे आर मेंटेनिंग द लेवल, वेदर दे आर मेंटेनिंग द क्वालिटी और नॉट. The inspectors then report to the council, and if the council is satisfied with the reports of the inspectors, then they give the approval to the institution. और जब एक बार चीज़ें रिपोर्ट बनती है जो कि काउंसिल हमें जो इंस्पेक्टर्स अपॉइंट किए गए हैं उनकी तरफ से काउंसिल को मिलती है, एंड इफ़ द काउंसिल इज सेटिस्फाइड विद दैट रिपोर्ट, देन ओनली द अप्रूवल स्टैम्प इज गिवन टू दैट इंस्टीट्यूशन. एंड इफ़ दे आर नॉट सेटिस्फाइड, देन उसका हम अप्रूवल ले सकते हैं. तो ये दूसरा मेजर फंक्शन है PCI का. आई हैव कवर्ड द 2 points. लेट्स सी इट बैक. Design of the educational pattern and the approval of institution or withdrawal of approval. कैसे कैसे हम उसको withdraw कर सकते हैं, कैसे हम उसका approval ले सकते हैं. Now coming to the third point, that is maintenance of central register of pharmacist. कि approval के बाद अब हमारी जो category shift होती है, that is towards registered pharmacist. तो अब हमने आपको बताया कि आफ्टर डूइंग अ डिग्री कोर्स और अ डिप्लोमा कोर्स यू कैन अप्लाई टू द फार्मेसी काउंसिल ऑफ दैट स्टेट इन विच यू आर रिसाइडिंग और हैव गेन योर एजुकेशन इन दैट स्टेट. और उस एजुकेशन स्टेट के पास जाकर उस ऑफिस में जाके यू कैन विद योर डॉक्यूमेंट्स अप्लाई फॉर टू बी अ रजिस्टर्ड फार्मासिस्ट. अब ये सारी चीज़ों को कंट्रोल कौन कर रहा है? दैट इज़ द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, और यू कैन से द सेंट्रल काउंसिल ऑफ फार्मेसी, PCI, Pharmacy Council of India at central level. अब वो काम को कैसे मेंटेन करना है? Let's go through it. The PCI is required to maintain a register containing names of all the person registered as pharmacist in different states. This register is maintained by the registrar of the council. So, 2 point to be noted, that is who is controlling? The registrar is controlling, registrar of the central council is controlling these registers कि उनका नाम, किसका नाम include है, किसका नाम include नहीं है, who are the persons जिनका चीज़ें हमने check कर ली हैं and they are according to the norms, तो उनका नाम registration में होना चाहिए, जिनका cancel होना है उनका cancel होना चाहिए. तो ये सारी चीज़ें registrar pharmacy council में check करता है and has to be revised suitably from time to time and published in the official gazette. As it is an important document for the whole India, तो again जैसे मैंने आपको थोड़ी नेक्स्ट क्लास में बताया था कि ऑफिशियल गैजेट क्या होता है और हम कैसे क्यों प्रिजर्व करके रखते हैं. सिमिलरली अगर हमारा नाम रजिस्ट्रेशन काउंसिल में जाता है एंड इट इज़ एन ऑफिशियल डॉक्यूमेंट, इट इज़ अ गवर्नमेंट डॉक्यूमेंट, देन इट इज़ हैज़ टू बी प्रिक्योर्ड एंड सेफली केप्ट सेफली. सो ऑफिशियल गैजेट के फॉर्म में उसको रखा जाता है. द स्टेट फार्मेसी काउंसिल सप्लाइज 5 कॉपीज ऑफ रजिस्टर्स आफ्टर 1st April, क्योंकि कोई भी फाइनेंशियल ईयर जो होता है दैट इज काउंटेड फ्रॉम अप्रैल टू मार्च. तो 31st March तक यू कैन रिन्यू योर एप्लीकेशन, यू कैन फाइल अ न्यू एप्लीकेशन एंड ऑन 1st April you have the council supplies a final report to the central council to make it an official document. The state pharmacy council supplies 5 copies of their registers after 1st April each year and inform it about any amendments made in. So it is an official document, इसलिए इसको official gazette भी बोला गया है. So this is the third major function of Pharmacy Council of India. Now let's see to the last point, that is recognition of foreign qualification. मैंने आपको last lecture में, that was the first lecture in Pharmacy Act में आपको बताया था कि there were two words that we have learned, that is displaced person and repudiated person. Similarly अब foreign qualification को government कैसे control कर रही है. Let's see the point. The council may recognize any qualification granted by an authority outside India which affords guarantee of requisite skill and knowledge to be sufficient qualification for a registration as a pharmacist under the act. हम किसी को भी ऐसे ही तो कह नहीं सकते कि that the person is a registered pharmacist. Then what is the check? That is कि अगर anybody is taking his qualification outside India but gaining all the skills that is equivalent to the education of pharmacy in India, then we can recognize that qualification as a recognized pharmacist in India also. तो ये major function किसका है? Pharmacy Council of India का है. For example, if any student has taken his qualification in America of pharmacy and wants to establish his business or start his career in India, then the degree is not an Indian origin, then he has to follow up the Pharmacy Council and he has to get a certificate from Pharmacy Council that the education gained in outside the country was equivalent to India, and after that certification you are eligible to do your business or job in India also. Citizen of other countries holding qualification granted there shall be registrable in this country when an Indian national holding the same qualification is by law allowed to enter the practice of pharmacy profession in that country too. That means it goes the vice versa, that if that country can be any country, अगर वो country हमारे student को उस लेवल पे रिकॉग्नाइज करके अपनी कंट्री में एक्सेप्ट कर रही है, then the position can be vice versa also. We can give that education gained in that country to our country also. So this was the functions of Pharmacy Council overall. Let's revise it again. I have discussed the 4 major functions, that is the education pattern, the approval of institution, withdrawal of approvals, maintenance of central register of pharmacists जो कि registrar maintain करता था, and last recognition of foreign qualification. For other things I will be coming up in the next sessions soon. Thank you, students. See you in the next lecture.